what's going on, y'all? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And you're about to watch a little OTB LSU.
We're going to give you all the latest, greatest between LSU football, baseball, women's basketball, softball, and everything in between.
Bottom line, if you want to talk Tigers, keep it locked, subscribe, like it, and we hope you enjoy. So Garrett Nussmeier obviously also at Media Days yesterday, and this is going to be Nuss 5 in terms of what he felt like he needed to work on. We talk a lot of quarterbacks here at SEC Media Days, and like Jalen Milroe, for instance, we know what he needed to improve on. Jaden Daniels, last offseason, we knew, right? It was attacking downfield. It was like stretching the sidelines, being willing to take these shots. It's tougher for us to know with Nuss because we have such a small sample size in terms of the public eye. Here's what Garrett Nussmeier said he had to do this summer in order to get better.
I think the biggest thing for me this offseason has just been building relationships with my teammates, spending more time with them out, not just in the building, but also outside the building. Because I think that's where it starts on the field is, the amount of time and hours that you've spent, off the field, getting to know them, knowing them inside and out, not just as players, but also as people. Also at the Manning Passing Academy, it's been an unreal experience for me, getting to go twice. Just, the amount of experienced and smart minds out there, just, getting to pick their brains and learn different things from them. It's an awesome experience, and I'm super thankful for the Manning family for having me.
Oh, wow. I mean, so the Manning Passing Academy continue to pay dividends for quarterbacks in Louisiana in general. What do you think about that, Jake, in terms of starting that with relationship building? Because I don't know how it is in the NFL because it's such a transient environment where the teams are so different year to year. But in my experience playing sports, there actually has been a correlation between the teams that got along the best and had the most success
for sure,
and the teams that didn't.
Yeah, even in the NFL, like your core 30 guys.
Yeah.
If you can get that done, I mean, that's going to pay dividends on the field as well. But, so for Garrett Nussmeier, he's known this team. He's known these players for a very long time. He's got a relationship with these players. But I think what you heard there is he realizes now that relationship has to change. It has to be where, hey, like I'm the quarterback of this team, right? I'm going to be a captain of this team. So even though you already have that built-in relationship, like it does kind of change its role a little bit as far as you getting things together, like not being in the crowd, but you're leading the crowd. And I think, catching up with Garrett yesterday, hearing sound clips like that, I think that's probably what's changed for him. And so I have all the faith in the world that he's getting that done because it does have to be a different role for him. He's no longer the backup quarterback that everybody likes and knows. Like, he's got to be the leader of that entire locker room. And let's, call it, I guess he's been ready for that moment.
Yeah. I was laughing so hard at the lake the other day. I called my dad a narcissist. He said, well, hell yeah, I'm a narcissist. Well, you ever met a successful quarterback that's not? He's like, I got to lead men. Like, I got to believe in myself to the nth degree. I got to be able to have this almost irrational self-confidence and self-belief.
That was the thing that they said about Justin Herbert coming out. Like, they felt like he was not enough of that.
Yes. And good. And, there's more than one way to skin a cat because obviously he's pretty damn good.
But the ones that I know, to your point, you have to have some of that.
Here is some other interesting questions that I was asked about Nuss yesterday was like, how is he measured now in the current state of LSU, where you have Joe Burrow winning a Heisman, you have Jaden Daniels winning a Heisman? Like, the expectation of quarterback has gone so far up. This is Nuss 8. Here is Garrett Nussmeier speaking on the legend that is Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I mean, his story is very special. He had to wait his time as well. So, just watching him and what he was able to accomplish in his 2 years at LSU is unreal. Hopefully if I'm anywhere close to as good as him, I'll be happy. So,
what do you think, Jake? What does it take to be remembered now as an all-time good LSU quarterback?
Oh gosh, that's standard. Ooh, I don't know,
I
man.
answered, I said, look, you either got to win a Heisman or a championship.
Yeah.
I mean, now, that's just is what it is now with Jaden and Joe both doing it. And then, obviously, Flynn didn't put up crazy numbers, but he'll always be remembered because he got that championship.
At the time in 2007, they were crazy numbers.
Well, that is true. The offense did set records for points per game and everything. But even then, it was a lot of rush. Like, he
ran the ball a lot,
His numbers were good. Were good.
Yeah.
But
so you're saying, hold on. So you're saying the rushing attack in 07 is what led us to a championship?
Yeah,
not Flynn?
no, yes, legitimately, yes,
Yeah.
yes. In
RBs,
many ways,
appreciate
yes,
that.
I agree.
Yeah, shout out Keelan, Chuck, Trendon, Richard.
But I mean, well, it's interesting though because times change. But like, if you just did Flynn's statistical season for Nuss this year, like people would not.
No, you're right.
People would not be happy.
It's a different time, certainly in football. Different time for LSU offensive philosophy at that time. That was big, but yeah, I mean, think about it. I think Matt gets probably remembered more than Jamarcus.
No, that's what I'm saying, right? So and Jamarcus won the Maxwell.
Yeah, and I think Matt Mott gets remembered more than Matt.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, because they won championships.
So it's Heisman or championship.
It's Heisman or championship. Yeah, it's what it is. I mean, but that's what you want it to be.
Yeah, you're right. You
want it to be that
true.
because if
true.
it is that is the standard of excellence. And is it tough love? Yeah, because if you don't do it, will they remember you like, oh yeah, but they ain't gonna go line up to meet you. You know, like championships at that position, they mean everything. And so LSU's had a run of 2019 Heisman Trophy winner, national champion, and then they had Jaden Daniels, who did everything he possibly could do to get his team in the conversation for a national championship. The defense failed him, but him individually, yeah, he's going to be remembered forever. So, look, I am not mad that the standard at LSU is championship or Heisman to be in that conversation of greatest quarterback, ones we all remember.
And finally, one more here. This is going to be Nuss about staying at LSU despite not starting, and why he decided to wait his turn. Nuss.
Yeah, I mean, there was obviously temptation. I love playing the game of football, so obviously I wanted to be playing on Saturdays. But what kept me to stay was I felt like when I was making my decision out of high school where to go to school, I felt like there was a lot of prayer involved, and God brought me to LSU for a reason. And I did not feel like it was my time and to just pack up and leave. I felt like it was my duty to just keep my head down and trust into His timing and just work. I know God's timing is always right. Sometimes we want things right away, and that's not how it's supposed to be. So, hopefully it'll pay off in the long run. So I would say I just, felt like I had to trust in Him and keep my head down.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. You talk about intangibles, you talk about leadership. Talk about maturity. These are elements that you look for out of your quarterback. I would say that's a pretty shrewd, intelligent, thoughtful answer there from Garrett Nussmeier and why he decided to go the hard road. I
kind of liked what he said. He kind of reiterated that with me yesterday. I made this decision to go to LSU. I put so much thought into that out of high school that's where I wanted to be, and that's where I wanted it to work out at. Yeah. And I knew there was a path. The path was longer than most paths. Could I have gone somewhere else and played? Absolutely. But when I was making my decision out of high school, this is where I saw myself, and he's going to have 2 years to be the guy, right? And honestly, 10 years ago, we wouldn't think anything of Garrett Nussmeier waiting. Not one thing. It would be, hey, when he gets his turn, it wouldn't be, why is he still here? So now, today, college football's changed. We know that. But for him, it's a little bit of an old-school mentality of, I'm going to go there, I'm going to redshirt, I'm going to learn. Sure, I'll play a little bit here and there, but when it's my turn, I'm going to have 2 years to go be the dude.
Wow, Jake, what incredible takes.
I mean, those guys, they're just the best.
I think so. And if you think so, again, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we post every single day here on OTB LSU.